Okay, I am just about done with painting all these parts. And I'll tell you something, I am a little tired. I'm getting old. But yeah, you could pretty much say I'm pretty much almost done, but I just wanted to give you a little taste of what I've done. So here I've already painted the orange and yellow part of this kit, but I kind of screwed up because there's a little bit of red here, which right now I'm going to wait until I drain this my airbrush, and then I'm going to repaint, fill in a little bit white. But let me peel this off so I could show you the results here. I tell you something, putting this on wasn't easy. Well, correction. The parts to put here, make it yellow, was easy. Fine. It's this part that I was a bit worried about. Because you really, really need to have patience for this. Yeah, I'll use this. See how well it came out, or fucked up. And take that off. Okay. A little bit of, well, not that bad. Not that good, but not that bad as well. Come out pretty good. Other than the lipstick smearing all over the place, which I'm going to have to now cover up all this, the inside of that, so I can paint this side, and this side. But then that should even out and cover it up, whatever. But yeah, that came out pretty good. I did the same thing with this one, so let's look at this. I also painted the side parts. I didn't realize that they had to be painted, so let's remove this. It should already have been dried. Yuck. Alright. Yep, that came out good. Oh, but what about this? Let's see. I think I done goofed. And then I can remove this. Alright. Pretty good. Still little leakage of the paint. But what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? One last thing that I'll show off me removing is this, which is the side skirt armor. Again, same issue with before, where I'm gonna have to paint some areas again. Very little, but still not bad. Not bad at all. I think that's pretty much it. There's other parts that I would probably show, but I think I'll show it to later on. Right now, I just finished painting everything. The only part that I have not finished is, I believe, the face mask, which I need to do that. In which case, I've already painted the yellow, I've already painted the red. Here's the yellow, what it looks like. The red you've already seen. I used a russet red for the red, because I got this at, by the way, I got this at Gundam Planet, so thank you guys for holding on to that for me. Used normal yellow here, which is basically for the US Navy Blue Angels. Pretty good. I use blue for the blue parts, because you know what, I was going to do this followed by a light blue in the middle, but I think maybe this should be sufficient enough as is. And only 3 blue parts. That's all you got. 3 blue parts. And then of course the red, which I already showed you. So these 3 primary colors. For the inner frame parts, I used gunmetal, which, as you see here in my damaged, or battle damage hammer, came out pretty good. But now I need to figure out how I'm going to do like weathering. That's the one thing I need to test out on. So even though this is done, I'm going to try to see some weathering techniques and do a, I don't know, maybe a rust look. But I have to find out what do I have in stock to make it rust. Everything else looks like in order. I just need to finish it up. And of course, the next video, the next part, of course, will be assembly. Alright, with all the parts now dried up and stuff, it's time to put it together and see how it looks. We've already done this. This is done. So for this, we need this part to stick it in here. It should go like that, I guess. Nope. I wonder if I have to take it off. Oh no, it's the other way around. It's the one back there. Therefore, take that off, and then stick it through here. There we go. Then cover this up like so. And cover this up like so. So it looks like that. Then you have this that has to go like this, and I believe this position, which I didn't realize. I thought it was, every time I look at this, I thought it was like this, but it's the opposite direction. So you do that, and we have this that goes in through here, like so, and this one snaps into place like there, and then you bring it up and about through here. There we go. And then you have the neck part. It goes here. Alright. It's pretty cool. Not bad. Let's now move on to the head. Now, for the head, we have the red part here. It goes like there, followed by this round part. Whoops, that goes up like this. So it looks like that. Now I had to open these two up because I was painting them together. So I can put this one here, like so. Is it like that? No, no, no. It goes here, like so. There we go. And then you close it up like this with this one. Come on. Come on. There we go. Then we take the suit, 2 side armor parts, or cheek armor, you could say. Goes here, and then the other one goes here. Come on. And we got this little white part that slides into place like so. And then finally, the V-fin, which I'm digging how it looks. It's very, very original, of course. And there it is. Alright, so the head and body of the Barbatos is ready to go and complete. Let's now move on to the next part of the build. Okay, next up is the arms of the Barbatos. And like I did before, this arm is already complete and done and painted. So what we'll need to do is we need to remove this little guy here first, because this part you have to slide it down like so it looks like that, then put this part back in. Okay, that's done. Now then, this gets a little tricky. It's a little tricky. You need this part. You put it in here, like so. Bend this, because you'll need clearance for this part. Make sure that this one goes through the holes here, but the notches here has clearance to the hydraulic fluid, or hydraulics system. So it looks like that. Then, if you have to, close it up and close it and put this one into place like so. And then basically you want to take this, put this in here, put that there, and put this here. There you have it. The arms of the Barbatos is complete. Alright, nice. So now move on to the next part. Next up is the legs of the Barbatos. Again, I've already prepared the inner frame of the leg, so now I'm going to bend a bit and get into position. So the next thing, of course, I want to take this part, which has already been pre-assembled, and I want to put it in this way. You may be compelled to push it in a little bit further, thinking that it's not flush in all the way, as you can see there. There's a reason for that. First things first, let's put it in this position as per the instructions. Then taking this part, you have two slots here, and both of them hold the bottom part of the thigh and the upper part holding this, which is a cool idea, so that way the joint doesn't come off from the leg. Now it's also in an angle. They did that on purpose. I thought it was a mistake. So when you do this, it's also in an angle, and you slide it in like that, so it looks like this. See? Simple and easy. Now then, you take this leg, slide this part here. Again, the desire thinking of putting it in the other way around, no, you slide it in from the outside. Then grabbing this part, and put that here. Line it up, whoops, until it goes all the way through. And then you have this part here that goes in the back. There's a notch here, so it will slide into place like so. So that completes the leg. Feet is pretty simple. First, you want to take this little poly cap, put it in here, and make sure it's in a 45-degree angle. Then you take these two parts, the top part of the foot, and then the knee guards or shin guards, and put it there until it bends like that. Close these up like so. Now that's pretty simple right there. Then you have this part that goes back here. It goes all the way. And you bring it down like so. And then you connect the foot. There we go. The legs of the Barbatos is now complete. Look at that. Alright, let's now move on to the next part of the build.